उठ जा बेटा, स्कूल के लिए देर हो रही है।
मम्मी, मुझे कुछ दिखाई क्यों नहीं दे रहा है?
Every era births legends, but once in a while, a single story rises above all. In a world where sight defines vision, she proved that true vision begins beyond the eyes. This is not just the story of a blind woman. It is a story of struggle. A story of unshakable courage. A story turning darkness into light. What you are about to witness is not just a documentary. It is a miracle. A journey written in darkness with light. The journey begins now.
She lost her eyesight completely at the age of 8. But what she found was a vision larger than life itself. Imagine a little girl, eyes full of dreams, but no light, yet carrying that quiet power to one day light up a million lives. In a world that doubted her, she made a choice, not just to rise, but to lead. To lead with heart, with grit, and with grace. Born with a spark and a stubborn streak of brilliance, Kanchan was just like any other child. Curious, playful, full of life. Until the age of 8, when darkness became her constant companion. Friends, relatives, neighbors, the entire world started whispering that she would be a burden on her parents for life. But instead of letting the world dim her light, she turned inward, drawing courage from the life stories of Helen Keller, Beethoven, and Stephen Hawking, believing that one day she too could have her name written in the pages of history. Her mother's gentle encouragement, her father's quiet strength, these became her unshakable pillars. With no braille books available beyond class 8th, and forced to depend on a scribe in the examination hall, she faced hurdles most of us can't imagine. Yet, she met every challenge head on. And with unmatched focus, she rose to the top of her class, securing national scholarships and honors. Among them, the Rajya Puraskar, 1993, and the prestigious Saraswati Scholarship, a PhD scholarship awarded to only a handful of girls chosen from among lakhs nationwide by Unilever. Proof that brilliance shines brightest when tested. In 1994, inside the grand halls of Rashtrapati Bhavan, she received the President Guides Award from Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma. A recognition not of sympathy, but of supreme merit. Of boundless potential wrapped in a tiny frame. She remains, to this day, the first and only differently abled person to receive such an honor. While still pursuing her education, she trained at the Himalayan Mountaineering Institute in Darjeeling and scaled icy peaks across India and the UK. She balanced law books with backpacks, turning every climb into a metaphor for resilience. Zongri, Dodital, Sandakphu, even the challenging Harrison Rock in the UK. Each step was defiance, each climb a declaration that blindness would never define her boundaries. Her mountaineering feats soon caught national attention. She was selected to represent India at the World Forum of Scouts and Guides, a decision that came with quiet skepticism from officials who wondered how a blind girl could carry the nation's flag in such a demanding arena. But Dr. Kanchan silenced every doubt. Out of 700 participants from around the world, she was the only blind delegate. And when 11 grueling challenges tested every skill, only 40 completed them all. She was proudly among them. That triumph earned her the prestigious Olive Award from Queen Elizabeth II in 1997 for her feat of climbing the formidable Harrison Rock in the United Kingdom. That same year, the SCO Foundation honored her with the SCO Award presented by Kiran Bedi, the first woman IPS officer of India for excellence in sports. And her name was etched into the Limca Book of Records, a lasting testament to achievements that shattered every perceived limit. Some climbed ladders. She climbed mountains, both real and symbolic. Education became her weapon, the law, her language of justice. She earned her LLB, followed by an LLM, and then a PhD on the World Trade Organization and its legal and economic implications in the Indian perspective. With no braille books to rely on and complete dependence on readers, she still went further, mastering computers at a time when even most schoolgoers found it a daunting challenge. Her brilliance earned her the prestigious Scholar of Peace Fellowship by WISCOM for her research on women prisoners in West Bengal's correctional homes, a program endorsed by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. She became a lecturer in the Department of Law at the University of Calcutta inspiring minds and breaking barriers in classrooms once closed for the differently abled. But even as she taught, she sought more, a greater reach, a deeper impact. Alongside her academic career, she was building something extraordinary. Turnstone Global. Eventually, she chose to leave her academic role, stepping away from the university to dedicate herself entirely to social work and enterprise. Because some lives aren't meant to follow paths. They are meant to create them. With that step, she transformed from professor to pioneer, from educator to entrepreneur. She not only founded Turnstone Global, but also built multiple business ventures, earning the title of a true social entrepreneur. She was honored with the Shepreneur Award, celebrating her innovation and leadership, and received the FICCI Flow Women Achiever Award 2011 from the Ladies Wing of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, FICCI. Recognition that her leadership was not just impactful, but transformative. A student once said, "She taught us not to fear the dark, but to rewrite the rules within it." But her journey was never just about personal triumph. It was always about people. Real lives, real struggles, real hope. She founded Turnstone Global, a social enterprise with a soul. Operating across 11 states, it delivers education, healthcare, disability support, livelihood training, and women's empowerment. To date, over 1 million lives have been touched. 200 plus communities transformed, and 9,423 children mainstreamed into education. A legacy being written not in ink, but in action. In 2010, her dedication was nationally acknowledged when she received the prestigious Bharat Nirman Award for her exemplary services for persons with disabilities, a recognition of her tireless fight for inclusion and dignity. A year later, her impact was further celebrated when the Government of India honored her with the National Role Model Award 2011. A distinction reserved only for those who redefine what is possible. At Turnstone Global, Dr. Kanchan Gaba's top priorities are women's empowerment and rural economic development. She promotes the slogan, "Back to Villages," empowering farmers to become self-reliant through medicinal plant cultivation for larger markets and sustainable animal husbandry. Environmental conservation is equally close to her heart. Under her leadership, Turnstone Global has planted 10 lakh mangroves in the Sundarbans in just the last 3 years. And her dream is to plant 1 crore saplings in her lifetime. When you walk into a Turnstone Global Center, you don't just see hope, you feel it. In 2024, she led Project Roshni, breaking menstrual taboos and empowering girls with dignity and awareness. That same year, her tireless dedication to community transformation was honored with the Sankalp Srishti Praja Samman, presented by Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose. In a society still bound by prejudice, where women are judged for their skin tone, appearance, or disability, Dr. Kanchan Gaba chose to stand tall. Though blind since childhood, she moved through life with quiet determination, and unknowingly, she was already harnessing the power of belief and manifestation long before she knew those terms existed. In 2006, she met Dr. Satyam Dey, a respected medical practitioner. Their union wasn't just about love. It was a quiet revolution, a reminder that belief can shape reality. At present, Dr. Satyam has also left his role as a doctor in corporate hospitals to join Turnstone Global, turning their shared dream into a living reality. He often says, "The first time I saw Kanchan, I felt a spark inside me. I knew she was made for me." To this day, they remain more like best friends than merely husband and wife. Partners not just in life, but in vision, mission, and change. In 2019, the Election Commission of India named her the District Icon of North Kolkata, a role that went far beyond ceremony. It was a symbol of every barrier she had broken, every voice she had inspired, and every citizen she had encouraged to believe in their own power. Her journey was also celebrated in 2016 when the Telegraph honored her with the True Legends Award, a recognition that truly marks her as a true legend. As endorsed by the nationally renowned Daily itself, she became a national voice, featured on Doordarshan, ZTV, ETV, and countless other platforms. Over the years, Dr. Kanchan Gaba's extraordinary journey has been celebrated by governments, global organizations, and leading media alike, earning her some of the nation's most prestigious honors. These few examples are just glimpses of a far greater legacy of recognition she has built over the decades. Today, her voice echoes from corporate stages to rural town halls, because true leadership, as she believes, begins where applause ends. As a transformational life coach, motivational speaker, and human potential expert, Dr. Kanchan Gaba is on a mission to help 1 million lives awaken their best selves over the next decade. Not just through thought, but through action. She believes that anyone can rewrite their own destiny, and through her life, she has proven it. The little girl who lost her eyesight at 8 knew nothing of concepts like the law of attraction, manifestation, energy, or frequency. Yet, she was living them instinctively. Her life lessons were not just learned, they were practiced unconsciously and consistently since childhood. Years later, as she formally studied the law of attraction, NLP, and life coaching, she realized something powerful. She had been living those principles all along, long before she ever read them in a book. Unlike most life coaches, Dr. Kanchan doesn't simply recite strategies from manuals. She shares the same tested methods she has lived, breathed, and refined in her own journey. The methods that helped her break countless barriers and earn national and international recognition. Today, she speaks as a transformational life coach, empowering audiences at leading corporates like Wipro, Larsen & Toubro, Century Ply, Vodafone, Ultratech Cement, SBI General, as well as at top universities and influential public forums. Her sessions span a wide range of life-changing topics: leadership, time management, stress relief, goal setting, womb transformation, belief systems, parenting, memory techniques, relationship management, and holistic wellness. Thousands across India and beyond have experienced deep, lasting change, healing broken relationships, finding financial clarity, and reclaiming vibrant health through her online and offline programs. Not only have countless individuals transformed their lives under her guidance, but even top industrialists, celebrated actors, world-renowned musicians, and legendary cricketers have admitted that Dr. Kanchan inspires them. They say her story is not just about refusing to bow to the world. It is about making history itself bow before her success. Because Dr. Kanchan doesn't just inspire. She helps people rewrite the stories they tell themselves and rediscover the power that was always within. Her magical touch can help you erase the pains of your past, brighten your present, and secure your future. She has been featured in Femina, Outlook, The Times of India, Hindustan Times, The Telegraph, and many more. She was featured in Vodafone's Women of Pure Wonder. She's been documented by the European Union and countless other platforms. Since childhood, her extraordinary journey has been captured by leading national dailies and electronic media. Not because of pity, but because of the power in her story. Yet, her proudest achievements aren't measured in trophies or framed certificates, but in the impact she creates. When people, from children to the elderly, arrive burdened with stress and walk away carrying a renewed smile, she doesn't just teach transformation, she lives it. Dr. Kanchan Gaba may have lost her eyesight, but she gave millions a vision of strength, of purpose, of rising beyond every can't into infinite can. Her story isn't about blindness. It's about bold, brave, beautiful sight. The kind the world needs most. Now, she invites you to walk with her, to grow, to transform, to lead, and to re-engineer your life. Because the next miracle could be you, your loved ones, or your employees.